Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Jets and the Ravens, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led by the number 2 overall pick in April's draft from BYU, the rookie Zach Wilson.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the 1 touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, now he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Wilson's throw going to be taken in by Cole. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game. But this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Le'Veon Bell stops short of the line to gain. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
C.J. Mosley, the former Raven, in there on the tackle. 2nd and 6. On the option right is Jackson. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On 1st down, Murray. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Another run for Murray on 2nd down. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Justin Houston able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Justin Houston able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now Jackson back into his end zone. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And they work this out past the 25.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
On 1st down, it's Murray. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown, and he is out of bounds inside the 35.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. The tackle there by Cravon LeBlanc.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered him down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now it's Jackson.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Let's go.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
On 1st down, Wilson. And the grab by Croft. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. This is Bell on the dump off. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Throwing again here, Wilson.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis.
And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this Divisional Round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC Divisional Round game. And it's the Jacksonville Jaguars who are moving on to the next round as they knock off the Kansas City Chiefs. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these 2 teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. On the return, Devin Duvernay. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs. And got his man complete. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
They'll run on first down. Murray. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
He's going to drop this one down for Murray.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Bell. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. A solid stiff arm. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And some room to run now. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Latavius Murray taking it in from the 20, and the Ravens will add on to their lead.
You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it culminates with a Latavius Murray touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now Bell stopped up behind the line as he's going to wind up losing a couple here. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
And he's got to hook up to Moore.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Justin Houston getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. You hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Time to ground it out now with Murray. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On 1st down, it's Murray. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now they'll run. Murray. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken from about the 12. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. One last shot for Wilson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The Ravens going to move